Welcome, Divine. We are back. And it is a little noisy out here, but it's beautiful at the same time. I kind of wanted to piggyback off of the reading I just did. So understand, this is like a part 2. Maybe or maybe not, we'll have a part 3. But it's why, why are we reading the energy, and then it's when. It's when, it's how, So let's go into that a little bit. Wow, everything just changed all of a sudden. So let's go into that just a little bit. The way that we do it is, one, we recognize, we know something's off here, something's off. We received all the communication before to let us know that we can be communicated with through many, many things in many, many ways. Then, when we're around specific people, or it's a specific situation, or something we haven't thought, and then they start appearing again, that's it. That's it. That is when we don't just randomly get down. They begin to be assigned specifically. It becomes directional. It's your guiding system. It's when you're really tuned and tapped into it. It works by way of, if someone comes along, friend, family, foe, newbie, and they say, join into this with me. You see how you feel. You see what you dream. You see what shows up in various ways. What communication comes to you from different people in different places. Then you know your answer. Someone says, will you go here? You tune in. You check on your guidance. You check and see if there's a dream. You check and see if you get an initial vision. Everything is getting loud around me. You check on all of these different things. And let me tell you something. These are just kind of the basics as to when people come in. But there are so many spiritual psychic gifts that are so fun. But it's important to understand, before we even go into all of them that come up, is that they're all for your practical life here on earth. They're all for you to utilize as your gift. Because you have endured so much, now you get the gift of a way to avoid enduring so much again. And you get to live in the now, in that present moment, knowing that your spiritual gifts will kick in when it's necessary, and that you can follow them for how to interact with all the people within your world and the world. And it allows you to successfully align. It allows you to live in peace. It allows you to know who, what, when, where. Yeah. Do you want to start this business? Do you want to go with me here? Do you want to date me? Do you want to marry me? Do you want to live with me? Do you want to live there? What is it saying? What are you being guided to? Are you allowing yourself to see the truth of situations? Are you sitting in the truth of situations? If you do, your guidance system works to protect you, to elevate you, to give you the advantage for ascension. Which is, if not too many things knock you down to where you're having to restart life, then you just keep going. You get to ascend in many areas, in your love life, in your financial life, in your daily peace and harmony, in your friendships. You're not just ascending the planet Earth, you are ascending in order for the planet Earth to ascend. This planet is in constant motion. Constant motion. And it's traveling up. And we have the option to go. The way we go is we sit in our truth. And we know who's going down. And then we go up. Why? Because that's where the good high energy is. The good high energy for instant manifestation. The new stuff, the good stuff, the powerful stuff, the knowledge, the awareness. We get tapped into that. The earth is naturally ascending, which is causing more and more of those around us who are not able to ascend because they haven't figured out how to flip it back on them and use it for their power. See, they're still flipping it on you and them and them and them. Wasted energy, wasted energy. But as the earth ascends higher and higher, those falls, well, you already know. So what that looks like is that you already know what contributes to that decline in many areas. You know what contributes to that decline when it comes to health. You know what contributes to that decline when it comes to wealth. You know what contributes to that decline when it comes to peace, happiness. You know what contributes to that decline when it comes to relationship. You got it all inside of you. Those who are stuck in the karmic cycles do not know. Yes, they repeated it several times, but it's getting it in the Noah determines if you know. And when you know it, everybody already knows the rest of that. Everybody knows the rest of that. Then you get to live according to it. So all you're doing is not taking the trip every time somebody falls. You've already done it. That's why you get the gifting to avoid it. So it doesn't matter what people around you are doing in the physical. You can look inside and see what their soul has going on. Oh, they're working that out right now. It has nothing to do with me. I will let them handle this. I'll align with them here, but I won't align with them there. We might talk about recipes on a Wednesday, but this isn't somebody that I'll do this with, this with, this with, and this with. Why? Because I have been able to discern what is best for me when it comes to connecting with this person. I don't attach to the entire person. I connect on what is best. Because I know that everything within that person is not necessarily for me, but it allows me to connect to many and not be attached to any. It actually starts community in many different ways. See, instead of people being attached in this mental controlling of another, this attachment of the heart of emotions, this physical decline because of another, we get to connect. We get to connect on those good points and leave people alone when it comes to the other stuff. Allow them to do their stuff. We don't become sacrifices for anyone. We're not the dumping ground for those who don't do their stuff, because you have wanted to self-actualization, which is about this journey is about. And you've recognized your stuff, you've dealt with your stuff, so you've been granted the spiritual gift to see other people's stuff even if they don't see it. But you don't see it to be nosy. And you don't see it to go messing in it. You see it so you know. So you know where they're stuck at. You don't need them to get unstuck. You don't need any of that, because they have the keys to that. And if they don't use the key to it, then we already know they're going to go right back in there and lock themselves in. You can't free somebody that doesn't want to be free. Mentally, emotionally, physically, none of that. You've tried. Stop that. Love is in allowing people to have this journey too. Love is in allowing people to explore themselves too. So you get to see what's going on with that person so you know how to move with them accordingly. It doesn't mean that you have to do a cut-off job with everybody. That's what the divine had to do before. Why? Because the divine could not be trusted to connect with people according to what's good and disengage according to what isn't. So it would just be an attachment, and people were just taking the divine for a ride. And it's like, no, you have your gifts so you can see. So you can see what's up. And then you get to move accordingly. Which means, hey Ma, how you doing today? Oh, I'm okay. This, and this. Well, what about you do this on Tuesday? I'll get back to you, Ma, and I'll let you know. You discern. Is it something you're going to be able to do and remain in your divine nature? Is it something you're going to be able to do in truth? See behind the situation. Is this something where you've been manipulated to do something that you've always not wanted to do? Is this something that's going to lead you into doing something that you've already said no to? Is this something that's going to advance the agenda of someone else? If you sit in your truth, you can also see the truth, and then you can move accordingly. Then that determines whether or not the answer is yes or no. Yes, we're going to talk about broad spiritual gifts. There are many. When I speak of flying, yes, there are many forms of that. Going in somewhere, seeing exactly what it is, coming right out of that, and not moving in the physical. Yeah, those things are possible, but if you don't know why you're doing it, then it's not needed. And a lot of those things are coming in for many people now, but it's not stuff that we use on a regular average basis. Why? Because we're still getting used to the basic gifts that are coming, which means that if you get a dream about somebody, what is it to you? What is it to you? If you get a vision about something, what is it to you? If numbers are going off according to this specific person, what is it to you? If you're getting that feeling inside and you recognize that you are an empath, then how do you move with it? So that's where we are now. That's where we are now. Recognizing that you are given these gifts so you're able to create your heaven life. Meaning that you get to see what's good and you get to see what's bad. You are discerning the spirit within each human vessel that comes across, not looking for anything. You don't have to do that anymore. You don't have to live like that. You can release the PI job. You can no longer be detective, and you no longer have to stay on top of it, hearing it and knowing it, and hearing it and knowing it. You get to go about it and enjoy knowing that your spidey senses are going to go off whenever you need to know something. Divine timing comes right in. As long as you are aware and you're open, you don't have to seek for anything. You just have to catch it. Your biggest job is to stay in alignment, stay balanced. So when something comes about, you do catch it. When the average person that's fallen or heavy burden or consumed in negative energy or ways, they miss it. They miss their ticket out. You always get a chance to see your ram in the bush. You always get a chance to see your golden ticket out. You always get a chance to see the light path. You will always be guided out of each and every situation as long as you align and listen to the divine in you. The golden mission. The golden mission is union. Union within self, then union with others. See you soon.